Hello there. I just thought I'd jump on quickly and have a quick word. Lots of reasons, many of which is, one of which rather, is that of late I seem to have garnered an awful lot of new Facebook friends who don't actually really know me or not know me personally, don't know very much what I do, etc. So I thought I'd jump on and say hi. Clearly my name's Sue Kerr, and I thought I'd just fill you in as to what I do with my life these days. What I do with my life these days, mainly, guys, is I work with swans. Yeah? You know the sort of person that I mean. We all know somebody that fits that description, yeah? The swan will glide serenely along on the surface of a pond, okay? Never a feather ruffled, always completely and utterly in control, and yet under the surface, paddling like crazy as they try and keep everything together and give the illusion that there's not one thing wrong in their life, that they're in control and they've got it covered. Sound familiar? That used to be me, almost exclusively all the time it used to be me. And of late, this last week or so, you know what, I've even me, in my world, hashtag only human after all, even I've been guilty of that of late. We become so deep-rooted in the fears of life, you know, of not being seen to be enough, of being less than perfect, and all that business, that we forget that actually we are only human, and we can, if we choose, reach out and ask for help. And that's largely what I'm about these days. Asking for help is one of the bravest things that anybody will ever do. And if you're a swan, you're far less likely than most people, actually, if you're a swan, because you're that busy creating the illusion of perfection and everything's hunky-dory, I'm all right, Jack, thank you very much, that you become embroiled. You become embroiled in the hamster wheel of life. You become embroiled in trying to meet the demands of modern day 21st century life, you know, both personally and professionally, trying to combine the two together to keep that illusion going of perfection. Hashtag friends, perfection doesn't exist. It is an illusion. You know, we all have bad hair days. If anybody that knows me very well, you'll know I have a bad hair day most days. But that's not the point. As a swan, you don't want people to think that you can't cope. You don't want people to know that you're less than perfect. You don't want people to see you as a failure or someone who makes mistakes continually. We are so embroiled in the pressures of 21st century life that we forget that, again, hashtag, we are only human. And almost inevitably, that comes to impact negatively across the board on every area of our lives. If that makes sense? Does it make sense? And that's where I come in, because I learned the hard way how not to do these things. And more importantly, these days, because I am where I am in my life, I'm able to pay that forward. So I show people how to break free from the shackles of the self-limiting negative beliefs and behaviour patterns that they've developed, and which over time have been born on the back of their deep-rooted, often subconscious fears. That's fear. Fear is a massive word. You know, fear, face everything and rise, or fear, false evidence appearing real. You choose, because there are two sides to every story every time. But fear mainly keeps us rooted exactly where we say we don't want to be. And oftentimes we don't even understand why, because subconsciously it's that deeply rooted, we have no clue. We genuinely don't know. Largely speaking, the people that I work with these days have five main fears. Fear of change. If it's not broke, let's not fix it, okay? I could have another job if I wanted one, but I don't really want it that much, because that would mean I have to go through the interview process, and I'd have to get my hair and face done and new clothes and so on. So we talk ourselves out of it. Fear of change, fear of what the other people in our lives actually think about us. Now, apart from the people who you actually know and love and are close to you, does it really matter what anybody else thinks? Does it? I don't think so. But I didn't always think like that. Fear of change, fear of what other people think, fear of continually making mistakes, cocking up, and having to explain yourselves, more importantly. How many times do you think, oh God, I've done that again, I'm going to have to tell so-and-so again that I've stuffed up? Doesn't matter, hashtag only human. all right? Get used to it. Embrace your imperfections. I'm all about helping people these days to embrace their imperfections and to know actually that perfection, it does not exist on any level, ever. It's an illusion. People are scared of failing. We're scared of failing, and bizarrely, lots of people are actually scared of succeeding, because that puts you on the other side of the coin again. If you succeed, you become somebody you're not. You fall into the realms of, who the hell does she think she is? Getting on Facebook, telling me how to run my life, etc. It's not like that. Life's not like that. We don't need to be afraid of who we really are. And yet most of us are exactly that. We're scared of stepping up and into the best version of ourselves that it's possible to be, largely because we don't want anybody else to think badly of us. For whatever reason, we just don't. Now, I work closely with all manner of people from all walks of life every single day, and I help these people to fearlessly eliminate the overwhelms and stresses that are caused by all the above, and whilst at the same time empowering them for the first time to confidently create the long-lasting positive change they seek in their lives, not in anybody else's, for anybody else, in their lives, for them and their family and their nearest and dearest, obviously. In turn, this enables them to live happier, more meaningful lives in their own way, on their own terms, with a newfound purpose and passion, and moreover, without ever having the need to apologise, excuse, justify or explain themselves ever. How does that sound? Sounds pretty damn good, doesn't it? I think so. And these days, I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission to help anybody and everybody who fit into any of the above criteria to understand that it doesn't have to be the way that I've described. We don't have to remain stuck where we are. We can move forward at any given point in our time. One moment, that moment is all it takes for us to make a decision, to take a chance on us for a change, and in that, taking that chance, to choose to change, to choose to make the positive changes that we say we want, and yet, 5 years down the line, we've still not done it. We procrastinate for whatever reason. If we understand that whoever and whatever we are, we're enough, then we can move forward much more successfully, much more easily, except it's not easy. To get to that point, it entails a lot of hard work. It really does. If any of the above resonate with you, do yourself a favour. Reach out. Contact me. I'm all over social media like a rash, as somebody said to me the other day. I promise I'm not contagious. However, if any of the above resonate with you, if you're stuck where you say you don't want to be, if you're scared of what other people think, if you're overcome by overwhelm and stress because you are so busy trying to cope with the demands of everyday life that you've actually forgotten to put yourself on a to-do list, let alone at the top of a to-do list, and it's impacting negatively across the board, reach out. I'm going to put a link when I post this Facebook Live properly, as in for watch for a replay in a little while. I'm going to stick a link in the comments below, and that link will take you directly to my calendar. You can book yourself into any one of a number of limited calls I'm opening up for people just like you, or maybe not you, maybe somebody you know who you think might need a nudge in the right direction. Ask them to click on the link, book a time that suits. If you actually see a time that doesn't suit, drop me a message. I would rather spend 60 minutes exploring how, if I can help somebody, and then leave quite happily having found whatever it was they're looking for in that time, than have you or anybody else struggle on alone. There's nothing worse than feeling alone in this life. Part of what I do today is reach out to people and say, you do not have to walk this road alone, whatever your journey is. My background is in education. My personal background, for those of you that know me well, know that that's also rooted in severe mental ill health, subsequent near-fatal addiction, and a 7-year journey to get to this stage where I am today. Part of my reasoning behind opening up these slots for the swans of this world, or for anybody that's hiding behind a shadow who they really are, is to get them to step out of the shadows and up and into the best version of themselves that they can be. The people that they were meant to be before the world and his father got in the way. We have one life, my friends, one life. No return, no deposit, no second chances. I am offering you the chance to click on the link below when the replay goes up, book yourself in. We can have a virtual coffee. You know, these calls are online. If you are close enough for me to get to and I can manage it, I will, but I only have so much time. All right? Reach out and touch somebody's hand. Was that Diana Ross, I think? I don't know. Fabulous song. Virtually, I'm holding my hand out. If you need to talk to somebody, or you know somebody who does, take advantage, click below, grab an hour or so of my time, we'll have a virtual coffee. It may just be the best thing you ever do. I may or may not be able to help. If I can, we can talk. If I can't, we've talked anyway. And I've got to know you a little bit better. I have to go now because I've got to jump on. I'm actually doing an interview, woohoo, for a radio station in the States. And I need to go and make myself beautiful. Although my dad always said I had a face for radio, so maybe I don't have to bother. All right, I have to go. Take care, my friends. Whoever and wherever you are in this actual world of ours, remember, number one, it's a wonderful world. And number two, you're still here to enjoy it. You owe it to yourselves to enjoy the life that is yours to live. One thing I know for sure, and I said this in a meeting yesterday, is I now understand that I'm not just here to live the life I was given. All right? One life, no return, no deposit. Make it your life. Make it bloody count. Pardon my French. Yeah? We're a long time dead. Make sure when your turn comes to shuffle off this mortal coil, make sure, she says, dropping the camera, make sure that you do so without one single solitary second of regret. I can help if you'll let me. Watch out for the replay to be posted and just pop by and say hi. Let's have a virtual coffee. Don't be a swan. Own your imperfections. Stop creating the illusion of perfection, my friends, because it doesn't exist. And do you know what? What I found out quite late on was most of the people in my life already knew I wasn't a swan. Hopefully I wasn't an ugly duckling. But either way, I now know that I, like you, am enough. Whoever and whatever you are, you're enough. Have a great evening, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.